Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47. Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal. Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. I think the crime scene has more clues, 47.
No need to panic.
A photocopy of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty.
I did, sir.
And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. So, is that it?
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shot, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle, but who could blame him? The only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing really. I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Emma Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up 8 o'clock.
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. How do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Anything...
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind.
You look tanned. I bet Mother spent the last week at her Cyprus estate. Am I right?
I'm not at liberty to say, ma'am.
Oh, come on. I need to know what's going on. This affects me too, you know.
Rebecca Carlyle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort overstaying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very...
move, I'm afraid. We don't have any excuses. Ethel looks everywhere.
I don't believe for a second that Zachary committed suicide. We'd only just run through his plan for the seedling yesterday.
Sure. You were upset believing his sister was dead.
I'd say worried about how deeply he handled
Broken lab equipment. It looks like it was recently used, though.
This is a table showing lethal dosages for the poison used to kill Zachary.
Something is circled 47. Female, age 65 to 79, 60 to 64 kilograms. I'd say Madame Carlyle is next in line for a poisoning.
Yeah, hey, bro.
Mary is so upset. She's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead. A make-believe funeral. A murder mystery.
Oh, by the way, I told Kate about this stuff. Well, I thought she'd be mad at me, but she just thanked me for the democratic position I was in. We had a really good talk about it.
Oh, what did I tell you? She's a sensible woman. And that stuff from your ex was like manipulation 101.
I know. I guess I thought she was gonna read it and figure it out. Say I must have done something to provoke her.
Shit, man. Caroline really did a number on you.
Just remembered I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe that's where it is.
Maybe we should get back to...
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
My parents would hate him. Excuse me? Not now, please.
That is the door to Rebecca's room. I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Gregory, don't say more to that weird detective than you need to.
I was just having a laugh, dear. Must admit, he's pretty good.
What if he believes we have something to do with Zachary?
Gotta go.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexa used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my...
Did you see anything suspicious
Make sure you
last night?
focus on
No.
I will.
I don't need.
I
my
reckon
own
Zachary
data.
told himself.
It shouldn't.
I know. Oh, I would have.
So watch yourself around young Mr.
Or perhaps Mr.
Don't worry
Fernsby.
about me.
I don't like him. He could have done it.
Mr. Patrick, can I do anything for you?
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence?
No, not yet.
Just relax, Mr. Ferguson.
How are you?
Gotta dig this place. Ancestral graveyard, trophy room. The office safe is hidden behind a portrait with a secret mechanism for uncovering it. It's got real soul.
First time here?
Yep.
Yeah, it's impressive, all right.
A safe in Madame Carlyle's office. I bet that's where she keeps the file on Arthur Edwards.
Really topped her usual icy self this time.
Well, I don't know why you're so upset.
Do you realize how much I've had to deal with because of her sudden death? No, of course you don't. I've never done an honest day's work.
How can you be so relaxed? I wish you'd take things more seriously.
What are you going on about now?
You are standing very close to me, sir. Please back up a little.
What are you going on about now?
This whole situation
He plays
isn't
the strings
normal.
of my heart with
How
that
do you think
piano.
it affects?
I can feel the hair on my neck stand.
I don't
You have a
like
way
how
with
Alexa's way
words,
of running
Stan.
things impacts our son.
Oh, I could listen all day. He pours emotion into that instrument.
Quite the poet. But you're right.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it, but I think he understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed. This morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy. And Mother will surely have strong opinion on it afterwards.
This, Emma. Good old Wampy's in a bit of a snag. 16-year-old received 28 intimate pictures of sexual character from Minister. You know he used to fancy my sister.
Oh, you're giving me a headache.
Hey, Rebecca. Do you see this about old Wampy? Hi.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is that...
Did you give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlisle's daughter?
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office. Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother Montgomery 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself.
He was such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance. Hello there.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and, We had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
I shouldn't gossip, but that Emma woman is a tad too busy for my taste.
What is it now?
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well, Gregory put a stop to that, which was a surprise. He normally accepts his wife's outrageous behavior without batting an eyelid.
Oh, this isn't good. Oh, I don't think this is good at all. So 41 guests will attend the funeral tomorrow. There's still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
Funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead.
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
I trust Mr. Patrick is not. Come have a drink with me.
Oh, I could listen all day. He pours in.
Hi.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Poor thing.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else ask him to snoop around? I feel weak in my knees from all the tension here.
Yeah, we'll all need a vacation when this is over.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
I can't deal with all this pretend funeral stuff just now. I know I have to, but Amy thinks she might be pregnant. I'm going to be a dad.
Amy is a great lass. You love her, she loves you. And now a wee one on the way. I'd say you're one lucky bastard.
Painkiller. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings.
Got your message. Could you just give it a rest? I said a bit, okay? What are those bollocks? I've got to...
How are you today, sir? Greetings, sir.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well. If you'll follow me, sir.
Hello, sir.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy. Mr. Fernsby, like myself, understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity. Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I want the file you have on Arthur Edwards.
Arthur Edwards, the Constant. But that must mean you're... I expected you'd show up. But you're not here to kill me. If you were, you would have already. The enemy of my enemy, I suppose. You can have it. You earned it.
Hello, sir.
The file you want is in the safe. Good hunting. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Good work, 47. That's the file on Arthur Edwards secured. Time to take care of Madame Carlyle.
No need to panic.
Mary is so upset. She's never seen a dead body before.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa, back from the dead. A Miss Sunny's funeral, a murder mystery.
Oh, my old bones can't take much more of this.
No need to go to the gym after a day like this. Not that I was planning to, though.
This isn't a game, so stop messing around. Exactly what he's doing as well. A real one.
It's not safe at all. This was at home. It would be a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Huh? Checking out some strange noises. Stand by. Hello? I know you're here somewhere.
Stand up, please. Hey, she's single. So that's right. Maybe I should ask her out. Get to know her in a personal way.
You could try. Rosie told me Rebecca has a really cool saying, though. It takes a damn fine man to replace no man at all. So you've got your work cut out for you if you do try. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to imply that you're not fine. You're definitely fine. I mean, I don't fancy you or anything. You're not my type at all. Oh, Christ, I'll just shut up.
huh?
What was that noise? Is anyone there?
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Poor thing.
And that detective asked to come here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else ask him to snoop around?
So many on call for a pretend funeral. These are extraordinary times.
Oh, sounds like the power's back up. Why don't you take a picture to test it?
It works. I'm ready for the shoot.
Perfect. I'll call the family down now then.
It's just typical that Annie gets to help the photographer. I'm single. But work, that's all I get from furniture. Right ahead, please.
That's what she does.
Edward, you can't let Mother get to you like this.
Down by the fountain.
Hi, good afternoon.
I expect you to be efficient. I have a lot to see to today.
I'll do my best.
Right, get in position. Let's get this over with.
Chin up, Edward. No one wants to look at that long face.
You're such an idiot, Gregory.
I'm fine, Rebecca.
Fine? You look like a nervous wreck.
Stop bickering.
That will be enough. No need to spend the entire day here. I want to stress that I expect absolute discretion about everything you've witnessed today.
No one will ever know I was here.
Good. Would you like some help writing the eulogy for tomorrow? I can draw something up in 15 minutes.
Are you coming, Mummy?
I just need some fresh air.
I must do
I'll
it on
be in
my...
shortly. You go in.
What will Mother think if she knew I had help?
Oh my God, I'll never understand the two of you. Gregory is going out of his way to shock Mother with his laziness and neglect, and you self-destruct in your attempt to please her. She's equally hard on the two of you, don't you see?
I wish she'd
It doesn't
hurry
make any
up.
difference how you behave.
This place is sucking the life out of me.
It won't hurt you to
Wish I
relax
could
for a
just
bit.
shake some
Wish she'd
sense
hurry
into
up.
you, all of you.
This place is sucking the life out of me.
You've always been immune to her. How do you do it?
I'm the youngest. Guess I just flew under the radar when it came to her attention.
Find out what that was.
Will do.
Shit.
Huh? Someone's throwing things
come
here.
on!
Moving in to investigate. Out.
What the?
Someone is playing games with me, but I'm cool. I'm keeping my cool. Over.
Command, I got nothing here. Returning to post. Out.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Oh no. Make way, people. Oh, I've got to find a bathroom right now.
Useful, factual information when I have it. But for now, I need time to focus.
Business as usual then. You are cold.
Please don't. Oh!
Don Yates, Alexa Carlyle here. You need to explain yourself. I demand that you return my call ASAP. Sending a junior attorney is gross negligence of your responsibilities and will have consequences for your company and you personally as well. I will make sure of that. Mark my words.
Oh, great uniform.
Onto your bloody phone, you coward. You're overreaching your competencies. You are in way over your head, and I will make you.
What's going on? Control, roger. Figure 0-1 casualty for evac, over.
Huh? Okay. Got some strange noises here. Looking into it. Over.
Impressive.
Good God!
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
To be like your father. You can do something real with your life.
I have a real life. Oh my god! Security! You need to deal with it.
Yes, you bastard!
What the?
We lost the target. No visual, sir.
Madam Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangement.
What? Hey, are you okay? Whatever I did to you, man, I'm... You gotta be kidding! Someone help me! Get some! Help me?
Ah, crap. Oh, shit.
Last visual on the perpetrator. You got him? That's right there. Under pressure here, guys! Help me! Got him! He's hit! I took it! Contact! Fire! Fire! I need a break! You know where he is. Go get him. Right over there! Bloody hell! Requesting backup at my 12. Whoa! Okay, let's sweep the area. We need more men. Multiple bodies on some of them reserved. No! Christ's sake. Jeez!
Requesting assistance. Got a situation here. We need more...
Watch your six, gentlemen. We got a casualty. Stay frosty. Whoa! We need backup here.
Oh no. What's happened? Are you okay?
That the undertaker, Mr. Parsons, is not...
Over. Someone's causing panic.
Jesus! I need help! Please! Help me!
Son of a bitch! Blackstone position.
Don't touch me!
How did he go? Target is in the foyer. Confirmed hit on Tango.
Ow! I need a new clip.